On. Okay, so yo, what's up, guys? I'm just doing a kind of a quick stream because I also this is gonna be like a quick little thing. I'm probably gonna take a little chunk out of this and put it on a future clip and any future episodes. But I want to be able to say this now and get a lot of things out of the way. So one, I am not the fastest editor. I am pretty slow, but I do have my ideas that I want to accomplish. It's just hard to get them to happen because I don't have the proper equipment, at least as of right now. Maybe in the future, when I, re-upload this on screen or whatever, it's probably going to be for a different reason. But I just want to make something very clear. So, pretty soon you guys will see people such as After Effects, Nico Akemi, Havoc Lagoon, Billy Cohen, Dead Wolf, Promoka Slayer, Cornphilia. Like, you're gonna see some people appear on this channel. I want to make it very explicitly clear that they're not officially a part of my channel. They will not get any. I'm gonna have my first official video is gonna be with After Effects. He does have his own YouTube channel, but if you click his links, it's not gonna have any YouTube on it. It's just him making music, his music and things like that. And on a side note, for anyone who does end up seeing this, me and him made a bet, and we want to see who can make it bigger. He has a head start, but the thing about it though is that I have an advantage of is that as long as I keep streaming and uploading, eventually YouTube will allow me to be on a recommendation. I can get myself out there. Unlike him, who he has to make a full-fledged song, give it to a record company, and then it takes a long time before they even say yes or no, and typically it's a no because you need to make a really notable, well-made song. So, and then of course, I think after that, I'm pretty sure if everything goes smoothly, Nico Akemi is probably going to end up also having a video on here pretty soon after that one. And that one's going to be about Apex. Just going to say this right now, if you see Nico Akemi, more than likely it's going to be on Apex until further notice. Involving Havoc Lagoon is probably going to be Modern Warfare, so if you see a Modern Warfare video come up, just expect Havoc Lagoon to appear. Minecraft, it could be Billy Cohen and things like that. And then most any other games, it could be with Dead Wolf, and Dead Wolf's a lot more playful, so we might see him as a reoccurring featured person here. Honestly, for me, streaming and things like that and telling the world what I want to say is one way that really helps me go in. And obviously my dream goal is to hopefully make it big, so when I look to the right, it doesn't say 0 and 0, it's gonna say like 500 and more, like I don't know how much the average stream is, so, but that's just a personal goal. I know Ninja's pretty well out there, but I don't even know how much is like a normal stream for him, like his average. But going on, so now that that's been kind of out of the way, the reason why I have this going on right now is because I just want to make a quick I'm also going to do a Resident Evil series, and it's going to be the same concept as Layers of Fear. Once I finish the whole series or the full game, then I will edit them and then obviously delete the original uploads. On that note, Layers of Fear, as some might have seen, I only have 2 videos of the 3 that I made. That's because the first one I didn't broadcast correctly, so I'm just gonna have to do I don't mind doing a little rerun of it, because I kind of know what I did. And just big ol' spoiler alert, I'm not gonna get the ending that I'm dreaming for, which is the mother and daughter ending. I already messed up. I kind of looked it up online, so I can just redo an episode 1 on my own time. Just do a quick recording. It's super short. I'm just collecting the 2 first pieces, and that's it. Because episode 2 is picking up 3, then 4, and so on and so forth. So yeah, I will be starting Resident Evil 3 as well. I'm going to be doing multiple broadcasts because is almost over. And actually in like 4 days, and actually today is technically Tuesday, so in 3 days, including today, so including today, will be 4 days, school will be officially over, and at that point I'll have a lot of free time, and with that free time I'll definitely be able to make a lot more uploads, a lot more edits. I'm having a lot of technical difficulties with the Fortnite one with After Effects due to the reason of getting it from the PlayStation to my phone, and then also having space on my phone. But that's honestly not really a big issue. The issue is, you know, having having it come from my PlayStation to my phone. I know there's ways to do it, but it's gonna be a pain, and I don't have all the equipment that I really want yet. So I know on my Instagram, I did put that I was gonna have it by today, in a couple of hours technically, but I'm gonna go ahead and make a real announcement that we're not even looking to like Friday, because After Effects is also helping me make an intro for my spooky stuff, and as well as my normal everyday to day stuff. I hope that I can make it as a YouTuber. I mean, I was starting at one point and I stopped, and I shouldn't have stopped because I was actually slowly growing, but I did stop for some whatever reason, and now I'm gonna actually completely persist on it. Stream as much as I can, upload as much as I can, and just keep growing from there. And hopefully, I could run into some other people that are maybe well known who are also starting, and we could grow as a community. But until then, though, we're gonna do Resident Evil 3 now. I am gonna try to broadcast horror-related games, so you're gonna see Resident Evil 3. It's kind of a short game. Might be only maybe 7 episodes long. It just kind of depends on how much time I put into each one. But I'm just gonna be straightforward with everybody right now. I've played this already, and this is gonna be my 6th time playing it. It's a super fun game, and I'll show you why right now. So I'm going to get into this, and you're gonna see right here it says story, bonuses, and options. So normally when you first play the game, you click bonuses, and it says records, concept art, and models. But then after you beat the game for the very first time, shop gets unlocked. What's in shop? Well, every single time you play the game, you get a currency. And of course, as you can see, I bought a lot of these things. And what do these things do? It's like, if I have this coin on me, greatly increases your attack power, and blah blah blah. Stars, field combat, lockpick, and all these other things. And of course, right now I'm trying to save it for the infinite rocket launcher. And honestly, if I didn't buy all those other things, I would have had that right now. But so on and so forth. And then after that, maybe I could come by and pick this up. On my run on the stream, though, I will be doing everything legit. I'm not going to have any of my cheats that I have. I did check to see if I could get rid of any of these, but I found out that I really couldn't, and it's just that I just have to avoid it is all, and just pretend like it just doesn't exist. So we're going to play on standard, because assisted is really easy, but for some reason hardcore amps it up a lot. So we're going to go ahead and go into standard. This is going to be another series that I'm going to do, so I'm just going to try to get the intro out of the way. It's kind of long, there's a lot of cutscenes, pretty good stuff though. And then after this, it's like I was trying to say earlier, it's going to be all out of order. I'm going to play Resident Evil 3, Layers of Fear, then once those two are kind of done, I'm going to go into Resident Evil 2. Resident Evil 2 is a super long game, but it's a lot more horror. So for those who don't know, when these games originally came out, Resident Evil 1 was filled with puzzles and had a decent amount of horror, but obviously it was everything. It was 8-bit, but it was still pretty scary. And then, kind of action, but not too much, It took a lot to kill something. Resident Evil 2 in the original one was supposed to be a lot more horror because you're supposed to be chased. But the thing about it though is that you didn't get chased too much. And then Resident Evil 3, the original, Nemesis actually chased you a lot, unlike this game where he actually doesn't really chase you a lot, you just fight him a lot. So it's kind of a difference, but at the same time though, I don't know if you heard what I just said, but Resident Evil 2, he kind of chased you, but not really. His name is Mr. X. But in the remake though, he really chases you, hardcore chases you. It's actually really scary, and that's one of the games that I actually do plan on playing with Uchiniko Akemi after the virus is over. So I actually might push that till much later, but of course, at the same time though, she does have her own goals, so she's gonna be busy. She's not gonna have a lot of time to come on over. But I do feel like there's a certain point that I don't want to say too much, but I feel like there will be a certain point where she will be able to play with me a little bit more often, and that's more during the college time. But as of now though, I'm trying to do all the games that I want to do just by myself and not with others, and then eventually once the virus goes away and a lot of my other friends have free time, they can come on over and start participating in my games. So we're gonna go and get into it. Raccoon City is industrial metropolis. I don't think I said that right. Located in American Midwest. Jill Valentine, a member of STARS, has been conducting investigations solo as she seeks the truth behind a deadly incident. Little does she know, a whole new nightmare awaits.
This pandemic has spread faster than any disease in modern history.
Angry mobs rumble the city, burning buildings. Authorities are bracing for more rioting tonight.
He was knocked unconscious.
A citywide emergency has been declared.
The CDC has quarantined the lower Midwestern
Officials can't say.
Commitment, honesty, integrity, these are the core values that create the foundation for Umbrella. It's this foundation that will continue to build a brighter future for all of us.
Alrighty. So, of course, like I said, I've already played this, and I actually did speed run this game. My best speed run is 1 hour and 35 minutes. The whole game in one go, but that involves also skipping the cutscenes. So I'm gonna just go ahead and try to get people up to speed. So Resident Evil is probably one of my all-time favorite series. I've been getting into it pretty good recently. Borderlands still being my #1, but I will never broadcast that just because of how long of a game it is and how much time and dedication will go into it. It'd be just too repetitive for people and know how that works. So you'll never see episodes or anything like that of Borderlands because it's just too long of a game and things like that. So it's time to get people up to speed because I'm never going to play Resident Evil 1, but I will play Resident Evil 2. And Resident Evil 2 does combine with Resident Evil 3, so I won't say a lot there. But involving Resident Evil 1, you're going to have Chris, Jill, Wesker, Barry, and one other Rebecca. And these are the survivors of the STARS team members when they first landed and first fought the zombies for the very first time. They end up going into this mansion. It's called the Wesker Mansion. Wesker is a person, part of the, I don't know if you saw everywhere, umbrella symbol. Let me see if there's anything right here. Umbrella, see? Umbrella Corporation. And Wesker is one of the heads of it. This person comes out in Resident Evil 2. Her name's Annette Birkin. So, involving Resident Evil 1, long story short, they end up getting out and they end up destroying the mansion with all the zombies that were in there, and because there's a lot of tyrants that are being built. What's a tyrant? That giant thing that's going to be chasing me in a little bit. So, you know, those are the things that end up coming after it. And that's basically one. Like, one was supposed to be really simple. It was supposed to be a horror. A lot of, like, especially at the time, even though it was like super pixelated, like, I actually did play it. It is kind of scary, and you know, it's kind of like, why is it scary? It's just that a lot of the times there'll be zombies around the corner and it would grab you, and then of course the dogs would jump through the windows. It was a lot more of a horror aspect, and 2 kind of kept with that too. So Resident Evil 1, the major thing that we have to get out of is that Jill, the person that I'm playing as, which we'll see in a little bit, is from the STARS from Resident Evil 1. And she's here now trying to investigate the connections and things like that, and who basically the main person to go after. And but this is like a personal investigation. I don't know if you guys saw it at the very beginning. Like Annette being connected to all this. I don't know who that is. Obviously, Umbrella Corporation is the person who caused all this. What is this? I actually have no idea what I'm looking at, to be honest. Is that a trash bag? I actually do not know. But, you know, so on and so forth. Like, what does this say right here? I cannot read that. I remember one of these I could interact with. I guess not right now, though. Maybe till later. But let's go ahead and let's introduce Jill Valentine. She's a survivor of the Resident Evil 1 mansion.
Gets worse every night.
So that's Jill Valentine. In the original game, she ends up wearing a beret. You know, she's full-fledged STARS forces, but then obviously she retired. So now we can go ahead and see everything that's been going on. So this is Umbrella Corporation. And it's a pharmaceutical company that's a fake pharmaceutical company that's meant to be an underground secret layer, so on and so forth. She ends up finding about the T-virus, and there'll be more on T-virus in Resident Evil 2, but they do interconnect those. So in the original game was a lot more well played out. In the original one, you played as Claire Redfield and actually, what is that other dude's name? Huh, I can't remember right now. Let me think. Sort of ink ribbons like all time. Leon Kennedy, and it revolves around them. And in this game, it revolves around Carlos something, which you only play with him, that's him like 1 or 2 times, and of course Jill Valentine. And they actually do interconnect, and there'll be parts where like something is altered or whatever, and that's because of this or because of the Resident Evil 2, and they do interconnect. But of course, neither in the original ones or now, they never actually officially interconnected like they interacted with each other. But some causes of events were happening because of what's happening now. So I would read all these things, but in the end though, the explanation I gave you kind of just points out how she's just trying to figure out all this. What's this? Hey Hotshot, how you holding up? Oh, okay, that's right. So just for those who are curious, basically that's just a letter saying that this pizza's for you. What is weird though is that I actually kept it, and that's not how you. Wow, I do not know how to play this game because it's been that long. Menu, please. Oh, you know what? I don't think I could take it out just yet, just because I'm still doing all this. So it's going to go inside. This is still running. Alrighty, so just giving everyone a heads up, I'm probably going to be quiet on most cutscenes just because I don't want to ruin anything for anyone. I want people to enjoy it just like how I could be. But, so, obviously the demo came out, it was free, it was actually a really cool, interesting thing. I tried telling all my friends to get it, but...
Alright, I'm coming.
No dice, but... it's actually a super fun demo, but of course, the demo doesn't always hold up true. And... basically, whoever who plays the demo, but just, yeah, hold up. Okay, I'm going to pause the game. So for those who play the demo, don't think that it's going to happen just like that. Everything is like, they basically got like a whole like hour long of gameplay, and they kind of scrunched in the span of like 30 minutes worth if you were to speedrun it. So I'm just gonna make this really clear right now. I am streaming this Resident Evil 3 right now. I'm probably not gonna stream Resident Evil 3 for a while because I need to do Layers of Fear, and then as well as finish up my video that I have planned with After Effects. I think I'm gonna do another video clips of me with Nico Akemi pretty soon, if not tomorrow. So I have a really busy schedule, and of course school. I really gotta make sure that I don't miss out on it, and I gotta finish it up. So with all that being said, if anyone is actually kind of excited that I'm streaming these things, Resident Evil 3, I'm so sorry, because this is gonna be one of those games that it will probably be kind of late. Also, I'm trying to extend this thing as much as I can, because once I run out of this, I don't want to start playing Resident Evil 2 on my own. That, or if I do, I at least want to save the parts where I want Nico Akemi with me. Involving everything else, though, that'll just come down the line, and obviously, obviously if I get more encouragement, more subscribers, more likes, more comments, then for sure I'll make a lot more time for it. And maybe even go full-fledged YouTube, but I can't as we speak right now because me and Akemi have some plans that we have in our future, me and After Effects as well. There's been issues involving my birthday and graduation in general, but I think the whole world is experiencing that. It's not just me, for sure. But yeah, so with all that being said, I mean, the more support that I get from you guys, though, the more time I'll dedicate to it. And honestly, I like, what I really personally hope for is that I don't have to go to college. I know how that really sounds, but I'm being truthful about it. And I've seen those videos of people where they say, draw my life. I'm not a good drawer, but I definitely hope that I can definitely explain to you guys one day what in the world I'm all about, and why I really do want to become a YouTuber, why I really want this, because some of my friends know that I want to be a chef, and they're not wrong, but my real dream goal has always been to become a YouTuber, but I'll get more into that whenever I get the chance to do Draw My Life.
Hello?
Jill, are you okay?
Brad, is that you?
Listen, you gotta get out of there.
What are you talking about?
I don't have time to explain. You gotta get out of there right now.
All right, let me grab my...
Alrighty, so I don't have a lot of time to talk. So I'm just gonna go ahead and say this right now. The game's called Nemesis, so spoiler alert, that thing that's chasing me is called Nemesis. The thing that I never got is that the game is called Nemesis, but the game doesn't tell you it's officially Nemesis until like more than like halfway through the game. So yes, that is a tyrant, and his name is Nemesis. He is probably the coolest out of all of them, just for the fact that he actually can think, unlike all the other ones who just kind of chase you down. But okay, so now that I have a moment to breathe, I forgot how long cutscenes are and how sudden they are, because I'm so used to hitting, you know, start square to just keep going. Yeah, so obviously I'll give you a better explanation of why I want this, but I really do hope that I can. I'm going to keep practicing and keep, you know, streaming, and hopefully YouTube will start putting me people's recommendations. I can grow. And I'm trying to get a hold of Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, you know, even other people like Billie Eilish, who, you know, we know who doesn't game, but maybe, you know, my name can get a little more out there. That's weird. I've actually never stayed around long, to be honest. always kind of ran. I did, but I think this is a safe zone, and the game stops until I move on. So like, this is gonna be a cutscene if I'm not mistaken. Or if it's not.
No way.
Fire. Oh, it's right, there's one right here. So it makes it look like you can. You know, I'll just shut up and just let you guys watch. So I will definitely be the first to admit that I obviously don't have the most exciting voice, but at the same time though right now especially is because it's pretty late. I was wanting to do this earlier, but then one of my friends kept me up and I just stayed with them this whole time, and now I'm pretty tired because of it, but now that they're asleep I'm able to go ahead and get some... So for those who couldn't tell, he yelled stars, and the reason being is because he's been created to kill all star members.
What the fuck?
So what I'm thinking of doing is, just because this is more like an explanation video of what's been going on and whatever, I'm going to go ahead and do, also because I sound dead asleep right now, I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing I'm doing with Layers of Fear. I will upload this will be on there forever, but I'm going to do another episode on my own time, and it's just going to be Resident Evil 3. Yeah, it's just going to be a Resident Evil 3 up to the same stopping point, which I am planning to go to, and then of course by the next time I stream this I'll be a lot more excited, a lot more active, with a better voice and things like that.
Jill? Over here!
Brad,
You okay?
what was that thing?
Damned if I know. But right now it's got a hard-on for the only 2 stars left in town. You and me. I'm not sticking around. Just look around you. The longer we wait, the more screwed we are.
How'd this all happen so fast?
I don't know. One fucked up thing always leads to another. It's like Arclay on steroids. Hey, wait! Down here! God damn it!
We gotta be dreaming. How could this many people be infected? Brad! Here they come!
In here!
By the way, you can get grabbed here, even though most games they try to make sure that it's almost impossible. In harder difficulties you can get grabbed, so definitely want to try to get out of there as soon as possible.
Door behind you, go!
Don't think about it. We're gonna make a run for it.
Come on, Jill. We know how this ends.
No, I don't.
Are we still a team?
Always.
Then do me a favor. Don't fuck up like I did. Go!
Sorry, Brad. Sorry.
even though I do get this, by the way, it is completely useless because it's not just one zombie I'm fighting. If I'm not mistaken, like 3 more come out after him. So it's always better just to save your ammo. And because I'm not using my cheat sheets that I have, I need to save as much ammo as I can. I'm going to do a legit run this time. So I'm definitely not going to have the speed run that I normally have. So for those who can't see, that's the RPD right there. Like, you know, the big old place that we're supposed to go to. And you see all these zombies here? All those zombies are the ones that end up chasing Leon Kennedy in Resident Evil 2. I just want to try to point out as much of those things that I can, but in the game you get chased down and your goal is to get over there. So I can't take out my map right now, and obviously I won't be able to anytime soon.
Sir, are you alright?
But yeah, that is the relation
There's
that's
a
there.
helicopter waiting to take you to safety.
I'm not going out there!
The parking
I am
garage isn't
looking
far.
forward to the rerun that I am going to do on this. Obviously, I might be different, but what I'm trying to do is that I want to get to a point where, like, no matter how I play it, I'll always get to the same point with the same stuff. So this is a zombie dog. These guys are fast. And it's kind of funny because they actually feed off of zombies too. I don't know if you guys can tell by that. So the point that I'm trying to get to is the first loot box that I'm able to officially get a hold of. Once I'm there, then I'll go ahead and I'll call it a day, and you know, I'll leave this up for everyone to see, and I'll leave it up forever and ever. This is gonna be one of those rare live streams that I will leave up and I'll leave but you know, I'm definitely gonna do a rerun of it though and make it a different official episode 1. I'm actually pretty tired because one of my friends did keep me up.
Shit!
Yeah. But that's it, I'm in the clear. This is actually one of my favorite games, and I actually am getting all excited to get into it. It just sucks that now I have everything planned. I won't be officially getting it anytime soon, because I'm just doing, and the reason why I'm doing this right now is just so that I can officially get the boring part of all this out of the way. And of course, when I make the official video, I'm going to kind of like go through it as quickly as I can. It's not going to take me a half hour. Every horror movie ever.
It's my turn, bitch!
I got you.
Who are you? What are you doing?
Name's Carlos. I'm saving you. Come on. Let's get you someplace safe.
Alrighty, so obviously that's Carlos, and that's why this stream is called Carlosless World. It'll be a reference later on. You'll see, but I have a feeling that a lot of people aren't really going to want to watch this one. Like the streams, obviously, because it's super long, but obviously when I make the edit videos and they end up 15 minutes, you know, that's, you know, that's what people really look forward to.
Here where?
My guys have converted some subway cars into a shelter. It's safe.
I'm fine.
Personal space. Okay, I get it. Let's go. Oh, come on. Who's the dipshit that closed this?
So it actually is
Sorry,
possible
we're
to
gonna
get
have to
ahead
go
of him,
around.
but honestly it's just too much of a pain in what I'm trying to talk about right now. So I'm not even going to bother. There's actually going to be a lot of references. So this is supposed to be like Godzilla, Tyrant of the Deep, King of the Monsters kind of thing. This, it's kind of hard to tell. I always did think it was aliens because of the way their head looked, but
Never seen anything like
honestly after I keep looking at it, I
no
think it's
zombie.
probably meant to reference
Knows
another
what it
movie,
wants
but
and
this
won't
game
stop
is
till it
full of
gets it.
references.
Don't you like that in a
And
man?
a lot more that I can catch.
No
By the way,
thanks.
right there is one where you're supposed to get in front of him, because you can hit R1 to dodge, and you actually go
Promise you're
quicker when you do
idiots.
this.
I'm with the Umbrella Biohazard.
You can only do it 3
countermeasures.
times after you get tired, but you can take
BCS
advantage of
for
this and try to, you know, optimize your
Kidding
speed
me?
run.
Are you fucking kidding me? You guys are the ones who caused all of this.
Whoa, 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 whoa. What are you talking about?
Like that, see?
You don't have to trust
I
me.
squeeze my way
I'm going to
through.
the shelter. You coming? Come on. It's this way.
And you know what? Even though I play this full game, I might do the demo just to show the big old difference. But I actually am almost at the part that I'm trying to reach. So honestly, it's not as long as I thought it was going to be, which is great on my end. And supposedly I only played for 14 minutes, even though the stream says I've been going for 40 minutes. So that's good stuff.
Hey, Captain. This fine young lady could use our help.
Carlos, you didn't even think to ask fine young lady her name? She is an elite operative of RPD, Special Tactics and Rescue Service. Her name is something Valentine.
It's Jill.
Nice to meet you, Jill. I am UBCS Platoon Leader Mikhail Victor. My team was sent here to rescue civilians.
Right. How's that going for you?
The city is completely cut off, isolated. Most of the 100,000 civilians will wind up dead. Correction, undead. My platoon has suffered serious losses. Just keeping them alive is more than I can manage.
Well, you can thank your corporate overlords for that.
Yes. Well, we are doing all we can. If we can get this subway train moving, we can evacuate some survivors. But we need help. My men cannot do this alone.
All right. I'm in. But I am on their side, not yours.
Oh, hey. It's cool. We all want the same thing.
Thank you, Jill.
All right, Super Cop. Here you go. We can use this to stay in contact.
I know what a radio is.
Okay, first things first. We need to get you geared up. Head up the street level.
So, by the way, when you play the demo, it's up to here. So, this right here is actually a Mega Man reference, because even though they do look like Dr. Wily and whatever the other one name is, Dr. Light and Dr. Wily. So, people could have probably missed that. This is just to teach you how to make certain ammo, but I played the game enough to know how already. So, if it's blue, that means that I don't need to keep looking anymore. I got it. Obviously this was supposed to be Terminator. I think that's supposed to be it, just not as scary. Gems, crabs. See, this one also could be aliens, just but like it's hard to tell though. Like they don't even try. Mega Man's flat out right there. I don't know any of these other ones. This is probably supposed to be another one right there. Maybe if you guys know, I would like to know. Big E, like I don't know. Astro Crunch, like it's like I said, not everything is a reference, but for sure a lot of it is though. So obviously I'm very sorry for the lack of action that this particular stream has, but this was the kind of the point
Joe?
though.
It's me again. You topside yet?
Working on it. So what's the plan?
The old tanks got me clearing the tracks. You might get the subway infrastructure back online.
And how do I do that?
Let's start by restoring power. I'll navigate you to the substation once you hit the main road.
Copy that. Let's do this fast.
This is called an herb. You can mix it 3 times, if I'm not mistaken. Honestly, I've never actually tried mixing it more than 3 times. I've always just done combined with this one, and boom, you got yourself a red green. In Resident Evil 2, you could do a red, green, blue, and like actually give you armor for a while. So this is where the cheating that I have set up would come into play, and you can really skip a lot of portions of the game. Because as you can go in here, you can see that I have an infinite handgun, an assault coin, like all this crazy stuff, and that's cool and all, but for this particular run I'm going to try to make sure that everything past the coins. So for example, I'm going to go and take this out, and I'm going to go ahead and toss in the gold one, and this one, and then we're going to take out this one, and we're basically going to set it up where like that, and last 2, and like this. So anything past these coins, obviously, and I want to make sure that it's really clear where the coins are. Anything past these, I do not touch. So I do not touch any of these. And even though if I get frustrated in a particular part, or even if creating extra ammo could really help out, I'm not going to. I'm going to, you know, stick to the original gameplay and create a really cool run. But obviously I'm going to stop here, because the second I go out the gates, that's where the action comes back. But by the way, I have a lockpick, and you can go in here and you can get shotgun ammo straight away. And even though you can't buy the shotgun or anything like that, it's not something that can be in your inventory. Getting such ammo early on allows you to kill a lot of enemies pretty easily. And of course, with my defense and all those other coins that I have on me, you know, like I could 2-shot a zombie, and compared to like the normal like 6 shots that I would normally take. But yeah, so I just want to go ahead and end it off here, just to make sure that my next stream of Resident Evil 3, whenever that may be, I'll be a lot more awake, I'll be a lot more active, and obviously there's gonna be action this time, like I said earlier, and I know I repeat myself a lot, so sorry, but I will leave this stream on. I did plan that for Layers of Fear, but it's not happening. And I'm going to do that with every stream. With every series that I have, I'm going to stream every single one, but then I'm going to edit all of them, but I'm only going to leave the very first stream on, and that's it. Why? I don't know. I just kind of feel that way. But I'm going to have to do a re-edit of this one. I'm going to have to do my own little clip of me getting to this point. But I make sure I follow the same steps where I collect everything, plus the extra handgun ammo. How many shots? I need to make sure I end off with 10. However I end up, I need to make sure I end off with 10, just to make sure that by the time I get to this point and I start up supposedly again, obviously it makes sense, and I'm not carrying extra ammo out of the blue, and it doesn't make sense of the series that I have going. Let me think of anything else that I want to establish now, so I don't have to establish in the future, and I can just redirect you guys to this particular video. Um, just overall, um, it's gonna be a pretty fun run. I hope you guys do end up enjoying this. Whoever ends up watching these more likely videos, streaming, you know, you have to be a little bit more higher up there, a little more well known. But when it comes to actually making videos, though, I hope a lot of people watch these and they really enjoy it. I'm trying to make it nice, entertaining it for people, and so on and so forth. Hopefully next time my friends will keep me up so late so I can get some sleep and, you know, get some good old Z's in. Because now I'm gonna have to go to sleep, wake up in like 8 hours, and then go from there. Thankfully, I was asleep though before my friend end up waking me up though, and I am gonna talk to them. So not the biggest deal on the planet, but for sure something that at the same time though it's kind of like a little bit of a nuisance. If people end up liking this pretty well, I would not mind making a speed run of me doing a speed run. I might make that a live stream, and then whichever live stream ends up actually being the good run. My goal is to go an hour 35 minutes or below if I ever do anything like that, which I think I will because I have high hopes that I will make it. Oh, so involving earlier what I was saying, I'll end it off with this. Me and Nico Kemi have plans already of what we want to do and how we want to approach life and so on and so forth. Same thing with me and After Effects. So you may not see a Kemi, maybe like you might see her once in a blue moon right now, but with the plans that all three of us total made, it's kind of confusing, but you will probably see her pop up a lot more. And you know, obviously from there you'll probably be able to see a lot of content with her involving After Effects. It's going to be the opposite. You're probably going to see a lot of content with him now, and then after a while it's probably going to go away. And you know, these are my closest friends that I could have ever asked for. They're the best of the best. I love them to death. One of them really especially. But for sure though, I hope everything goes to plan, you know? And if I can make it really big and I don't have to go to college, I mean, that'd be great for me because I'm able to focus more on making content for you guys. And maybe I can get my goal of like one day, like I've always seen Mr. Beast and other people stream and they're giving to these charities, and like recently they did that stream and they gave a lot of it to the COVID-19. You know, that was pretty cool, but my goal right now is to give it to cancer. But I want to be able to give it to an organization that gives it to the patients, not for the equipment. And I know how that kind of sounds. It's like, well, don't you want them to find it? I do want them to find a cure for cancer, yes. I really do. But I'll explain more in detail in my Draw Your Life video that I hope that I get to make soon, and I get well known enough for that. But long story short though, I'm aware that people are donating to the cause, but one of my family members never saw a single penny of it, and that got me frustrated. This family member did pass away, and I got really upset because even though we're all donating to the cancer thing, well, I forget the organization. I'm very sorry for the lack of knowledge of the name, but we never saw a penny of it. I know it's supposed to go towards the equipment that is used, but the thing about it though is that if you're spending, if tens of thousands of dollars are going towards equipment, but it costs tens of thousands of dollars for the patient to be able to have access to it, what's the point? It should be free, but obviously not only does it cost a lot to get the said product, it also costs a lot for us to be able to use it, and we didn't have the cash for it. Other things were in factor, but I feel like if the cash came sooner, you know, higher odds of him still being here. But I'll go more into that later on. But I hope that one of these days I can do a live stream with tons of people and tons of people donate, and I'm able to give it to a real cause of the patients seeing the money, not the equipment seeing it. I want the patients to be able to get the money so that they can afford the operations and surgeries that they have to undergo, so on and so forth. Right now I know I'm starting off small, but I hope and pray that one of these days I'm able to look the right hand side and it doesn't say 00, but hundreds of people are donating. I kind of want to stream on YouTube, but I think for donations, I think I've been hearing that it's kind of easier to get donations via Twitch, so I might end up becoming like a side Twitch streamer. But when it comes to like non-donations streams, I will definitely stream on YouTube. And hopefully I can make enough money to also give back to my family who's always been there for me, and especially Alchemy and After Effects, because they're one of the greatest things that happened to my life. I love them both. I love one of them to death. And I really want to give them back what they gave to me, which is hope. Man, the draw of my life is going to be interesting. I'm just not a good drawer though, so it's not going to come out good. I talk a lot. And right now I sound dead. But hopefully next time when I'm streaming, I'm not sounding a little bit sad and I sound pretty happy and outgoing. And of course, editing is so fun. Editing is probably one of the best things. You can make a video that's kind of crappy, pretty funny, just over an edit. But alrighty guys, I gotta think of anything else, because next time I stream I don't want to talk about any of this. I just want to play, focus on the gameplay. And the whole point of this is that if I say something and I want to make a reference, I want to be able to just take out a little clip from here and then put it in a feature. This is not really meant for entertainment purposes, because I know none of my friends or anyone's going to be watching right now, and I don't think anyone's going to come back and watch this. So with that being said, that's why I'm making this right now. This is just more like for me. But if anyone who does see this, hello. And if you are watching this, so whoever the dedicated fan of the future is, or whomever you may be, way down the line, I want you to go ahead and say viral song by Tobuscus in a comment section. And whoever I see say that first will be able to play with me in any of my future streaming videos or whatever. I'll make time for you. We can make a full episode. But of course, this will not be this secret code of viral song by Tobuscus will not be effective until I at least have 1,000 subscribers. So hopefully that milestone is not too hard to reach. I can hopefully get there pretty soon. Keep growing. I know I'll be really excited for the 1 million. And you know, honestly, I hope I keep my current friends. I love them both, and I hope that they're a part of this journey with me the whole time, because it's just a fun experience. But I do need to talk to one of them pretty soon. It's the one that kept me awake, and I should go to sleep because I actually am tired. I'm getting a small headache. But anything else? Future streams, my videos involving my friends. So I know how this may sound, but I'm not going to try to be a sellout. What do I mean by that? A sellout is a person that solely listens to the viewers. For example, Liza Koshy. I don't want to be one to call her out, and hopefully I don't become so big where like me saying this now offends anyone, but Liza Koshy's a sellout. She used to make her own videos. She was really creative about it. And then she ended up going on YouTube Red, or YouTube Originals is now what it's called. Am I the only one that remembers it being called YouTube Red for a while? I remember it being called YouTube Red, but ended up being calling Originals, whatever. But she sold out because she ended up going on there for extra money. And she ended up doing a second season, and as well as her videos changed too, from really nice, cool, short 6-8 minute long videos every Wednesday. It ended up becoming 2-3 months long before you got a 12-minute video that's not even remotely close to what her content used to be. And I think she did end up uploading an explanation to that, how like that was her original goal. The way I see it is like if you want a certain thing a certain way, you know, stick to it. His words later on, I sworn to destroy. But yeah, like the way I'm gonna try to create, I'm gonna start now how I want to be able to do everything. Make dumb, quirky little videos, get paid, and you know, try not to get the like. I want to be monetized, get money, get paid in some way, shape, or form, and be able to make a living off of this, so that I don't have to worry about having to do like multiple things at once, and work my jobs, work at school, and then you know, YouTube. I want to be able to just, you know, focus on YouTube and not worried about school, because I'm going to get paid plenty of money here and things like that. Like there's some people that I've met before and they're like or like there's some people that I can call out right now and it doesn't make sense, but there's one for sure that I want to say. It's Team 4-Star. So Team 4-Star is the people who made me personally, the best abridged Dragon Ball out there. It's Dragon Ball Z abridged. And Team 4-Star did all the voiceovers and things like that. And they made it really far. They have a lot of episodes. And they were going to do the Buu Saga next. And after the Buu Saga, it was going to be... they were going to skip GT, then go Super. The problem was that they ended up not liking it as much as they did originally. And you know, I can respect that. The thing about it though is that the one thing that I don't like is that they're abandoning the one thing that made them who they are. You know, like even they're self-aware that Dragon Ball Z Abridged is what got them to be so famous. And right now, it's probably not going to be Resident Evil, it's not going to be World War Z, but maybe, not even Fortnite, but maybe one of these games that I end up playing will get me well known. Like Jacksepticeye was Happy Wheels, Markiplier was horror games, PewDiePie was kind of like Happy Wheels and other games. He was just kind of like an overall champ, honestly. That's why he's high up there on the count. But I don't want to be the kind of person that, like, for example, if I were to do all Resident Evil and I become really well famous for it, and then later on I'm just like, you know what, I don't like Resident Evil, I'm never going to talk about Resident Evil again, blah blah blah. I feel like I would hate that about myself, because that's what made me who I am today, you know, if I became really famous. On YouTube, of course. So, one last thing is, what's my channel going to consist of? My channel is going to consist of multiple games. I'm not going to be focusing on one particular game. Like Markiplier focuses like on a horror genre than other games. Jacksepticeye is kind of the same way, you know, like they all focus on one thing. And I mean, I won't lie, you might see Resident Evil kind of be a little bit more of a focus on, or horror related. I won't even lie to you, that's probably going to be my thing. What I'm really trying to do like a universal thing. I'm going to have gaming videos, I'm going to have vlogs, you will be able to see Akemi and all my other colleagues that I mentioned, Havoc the Goon, Billy Cohen, Deadwolf, After Effects, but you could honestly you just have to look up After Effects and you'll find them straight away. He'll be in the link below my Fortnite video. But what I'm really trying to get at though is just like, I'm trying to do a lot. I'm also going to want to do vlogs, and you will see, like I said, like Akemi and Havoc and whatever. But you're also going to see other people that won't be part of any of my gaming videos. They're just my everyday to day friends that just don't like gaming or whatever. I have people around the world. I hope I get to meet them one day. It's been a dream to meet them. And also I just hope that I can become friends with some of the celebrities. You know, I'm hoping that I can become friends with them now before I become big. And it's like, why? It's just like, so that's a true friendship, you know? I want to be able to become friends with certain people, and they're friends with me not because I'm popular, but they're friends with me because it's just a true friendship. And I've always been that kind of person. Some of my friends that you will see in the vlogs, not in the gaming, but they were not treated right, but I still became their friends, and now I've never been happier, you know? It's just one of the greatest things that happened to me, and I want the same for any celebrities that come around. I want to be talking to them before I become big, because, I mean, that's just how it is. And I know how hard it is for me to stick out of the crowd, you know? I understand. I mean, if I were to text, for example, like Billie Eilish right now, I'm just another one of her 40-some million people on Instagram and another person who just buys her music. But I hope that maybe I can do something that can help me stick out, and maybe she'll want to get a hold of me, or maybe she'll look at what I said, and so on and so forth, and we become friends from there on. But obviously, only time will tell. Only time can tell what's going to happen and things like that. But as of right now, though, I am looking forward to any future content that I'm able to make. On my Fortnite video featuring After Effects, I do get into a little more detail. A little bit, I do touch the topic of how it works with how it's gonna work with my friends and on my streams or whatever. Stream wise, you probably won't see people other than maybe a Kemi and Havoc. After Effects might be there and some of my other friends, but I'm not even gonna lie, when it comes to my streams, it's probably gonna be a Kemi or Havoc. For those who are curious, my friends, I'm talking to my friends in particular, and if any of my friends so happen to see this video, for those who are wondering, yes, my dad will probably come in once in a while. And for those who are new or whatever, like, my dad's a gamer, and a lot of my friends are aware about that, and there's even some games that he's even better than them. He's a hard worker. I love him to death. He works really hard for me, and honestly, he supports me in whatever I do, whatever decisions I make. If I want to become a chef, he supported me. If I want to become a YouTuber, he's there. Heck, he's even helped me buy some equipment for cooking and things like that. And there's another thing, part of the vlogs, I'm also gonna have not just vlogs, but like actual full-fledged videos. And I'm just gonna be like a universal channel is what I'm trying to go for. Like, randomly I'll maybe upload a cool recipe of mine, and just for the world can have it, and so on and so forth. But I love my dad to death, and he's always there for me. He supported me in everything and every decision that I made. And I really honestly couldn't have asked for a better dad. And obviously I want to be able to play with him. The only thing though is that as of right now, the games that me and him play, that we really like to play, it's just not happening. But the same way Markiplier plays with his mom, it's the same thing that I want to do. Resident Evil 6 is one of the games that me and him play a lot. Same thing with Splinter Cell. Splinter Cell is kind of a well-known game, but not as well-known as like Metal Gear, but it's the same concept. You're stealthy, killing, and whatever. Way down the line, hopefully when I'm much bigger, much bigger, I want to be able to play with him on Splinter Cell, but I'm gonna need a capture card and a whole bunch of other things just for the Xbox, just to be able to get some footage plus an audio. It's gonna be a mess, but I mean, obviously when you really want something, you'll work for it. By then, hopefully I'll be well monetized and making tons of money, because I've been finding out that if you put obviously some gruesome, so if you put a video game, that's fine. Like, if you put a gruesome video game, that's okay. But the thing about those, that what you say and how you act and things like that, it can get you demonetized. And what I'm trying to shoot for is for a friendly kind of, well, as friendly as I can get. Resident Evil 3 is going to be a pretty bloody game. You're shooting zombies in the head or whatever. But with that being said, though, I'm trying to try my hardest to try to stay monetized. You will probably never hear me curse, or if it does, it might be on stream and it might slip out. But I'm never gonna try to curse, just to make sure that YouTube will keep me in their algorithm and I can get more out there, because being demonetized also doesn't let any newcomers come in, because things like that. So I'm just really trying to shoot for monetization. I hope soon sponsors can get out to me when I'm bigger and more money are able to come in. I don't mind sponsoring people, that's fine. I know sponsorships are pretty important. I mean, ever seen Super Bowl, man, it's just you get sponsorships everywhere. But on my end though, I don't mind sponsorships. I don't mind sponsoring. It's just I'm just making it explicitly clear. Sponsoring is one thing, sellout is another. I will sponsor anybody that has to offer me anything at all, just as long as it's obviously family friendly at the same time though. So don't be sending me your nasty stuff to sponsor. But like NordVPN and other games, mobile games, I don't mind at all. But involving the sellout though, I want to do what I want to do. And unless it's like a super duper highly recommended by everyone, then yeah. If there's like a really cool game going around, yeah, I'll play it for you guys. But I will not dedicate full-fledged episodes unless I really like it. So for example, last thing, Fortnite. If people were to spam me to play Fortnite, I'll maybe do one episode just for you guys. But I'm not going to make more than just that. I'm sorry, I know that might bug some of you guys, but for realsies though, I do not like Fortnite. I'm really bad at it, and with all the updates that keep going on, I used to be a good aimer, but because they added like basically aimbot to the things for console users, I don't feel that special anymore because everyone has aimbot basically, and I don't have the building skills, so you'll just end up seeing some trash gameplay. But I did play with After Effects though, because we weren't fighting online, we were just doing the party royale that they added and the cool little nifty mini games that they have in there and the records that you try to break. I don't have an official outro yet. I know like Marco Pay goes bye bye, and you know Jacksepticeye's intro is like top into the warranty laddies and PewDiePie, but I need to figure out something for myself if I want to really be out there. I used to do, and you know, I might actually stick to it. I used to say, this is Xenozilla signing off, and that's supposed to be a reference to Xenomorphs and how Ripley ends up signing off for the last time. And I kind of want to do that every single time. And you know, I might actually go back to that because that was actually one of the funnest things to do. And my intro, you know, I could just, you know, just say a normal, casual hello. But involving my outro though, hopefully you guys will be hearing me say, this is Xenozilla signing off. And I kind of want to finish it off like that every single time. By the way, just a little side fun fact, After Effects is actually making the intro and outro of my channel, and as well as the spooky version that's going to be for like my Resident Evil gameplays. Well, Resident Evil 3, 2, and 7. Any other one is going to be my normal intro. Layers of Fear, like anything that's true horror, I'll have a spooky intro. Aside from that, that's it. I'm not going to have any other ones. Once way down the line, I'll probably ask After Effects to make me like a Christmas themed one, but for now I'm just sticking to the 2 because I'm trying to just keep it nice and simple for myself, because I still need to do things around the house and whatever. I'm still small, but hopefully I'll be bigger and I'll be getting some months soon. But alrighty, you guys, thank you for watching. If you guys end up watching the stream, you guys are crazy, to be honest. This is more for me, not for the world. But I'll be definitely doing a Resident Evil 3 Part 2 on this, and obviously this is just the boring stuff. Resident Evil 3 Part 2 that's coming up will be the more interesting stuff and the actual zombie killing or whatever. And I'll just get people up to speed with it. But alrighty, you guys, this is Xenozilla signing off.